Hey, hey, hey! And thank you
Alrighty.
for tuning in for another episode of TGIF Renegades.
Coming at ya!
Jeez, did you just get off the toilet?
That's how red my face gets when I'm on the shitter.
That was you were pushing one out.
Hey, you remember that one time when when we lived together?
Right.
Okay, our one buddy, I won't say by name.
Okay.
Remember he had to take a poop so bad that he got butt-ass naked in our house and left the door open. Wide open. And he was just sweating profusely.
Yeah.
Just taking a dump on the toilet.
Yes, I
Why did he take all of his clothes off? Was it because he didn't want his clothes to get sweaty?
Maybe.
You know, there's a lot of toilet stories with that house, but we won't get into it.
There is, yes. Okay, all right. So, with that said...
I just had to bring that story up.
I am Ken Gallert, and this is my co-host, Alex.
Hey, everybody!
You like that, Ken Gallert?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, but...
Sounds
cool.
More grown-up-y.
Yeah, okay.
Well, all right.
When you say grown-up-y, it doesn't sound grown-up-y. But okay.
Well, hang tight here, pal.
Okay.
Well, you'll see. We have a great show lined up for you all this week. Our episode is titled "The Party Folks."
Oh!
Wait, give me an episode of The Party Folks.
I mean, it just sounds like a bunch of like hillbillies like hanging out, drinking moonshine, and playing the old fiddle or banjo.
Yeah, some rednecks.
Yeah,
big old bonfire.
I'm ready. I got a couch, an old couch I can throw on the bonfire for him.
Sounds like a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Well, this will be an interesting...
You know what I picture is the possums from Tiny Toons Vacation.
Yeah.
The word folks reminds me of those possums.
The word folks always reminds me of like the big jug and somebody's boo, boo,
yes,
boo, boo.
Yes.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah. Playing the jugs.
Junks.
That's what Uncle Jesse does.
That makes two of us. Me and Uncle Jesse. We're more alike than you think, Kenny.
Playing the jugs. All right. We're going to be reviewing episodes of Full House and Family Matters. We'll bring you some trivia, some What's on the Mind of Alex, Alex's Bedtime Stories.
A little thing to put you asleep. It's gonna be better than that fan in your bedroom or the crackling of rain on your roof.
That's all I got.
Before,
okay, one more thing too.
Yeah.
You are very dandy, diaper dandy. Is that what they call it?
Dapper.
You're really dapper today.
You know, you'll see.
Okay,
it goes along with the
I'm underdressed.
You look like shit.
I'm not lying.
All right, shit. We're also going to bring you some. Where are they now?
Are we going to get into these episodes, Kenny? I really got to crack this beer.
All right. And, okay, so with all of that said, and more said than needed.
A lot.
Said. All right, it's time to crack open a beer, Alex, and get into this. It is TGIF. All right. Lord.
I really like the foam.
Yeah.
When you do that, you get a lot more foam in your mouth. That's how you know it's a good beer.
You like the head?
I like the head.
All right, so we're going to start with last week. Last week, I let you pick which episode we were going to start with.
Yeah, for once.
So this week, I'm going to pick.
Okay, well, fine.
And we're going with Family Matters.
Oh, good. My favorite.
So Family Matters, episode, we're still in season 1, episode 16. Title is...
She's only 16.
Oh, shoot! I got to say that for next week. Isn't it 17?
She's only...
I don't know that song. 16, 17.
Yeah, that's the song, right? That you know what I'm talking about.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You You don't know your song.
I'll tell you the song when
just
I
like
think
your
of it.
your fat song from last week.
No. I'll find these songs. Okay.
So season 1, episode 16, The Party. It aired on Groundhog's Day, 1990.
Let's get this party started.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day.
Do you think they threw a party because it was Groundhog's Day?
With
the party day?
Post-Smalley cow. What's his name? Toxicani Phil.
Yeah, something.
Intoxicated Phil. Toxicani, right?
Pomegranate.
It's Phil.
Yeah,
Phil. The groundhog guy.
Yeah. No, I'll burst your bubble now. It's not about anything about Groundhog's Day.
Again, R.I.P. Phil. He's dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, who's the new one? John?
Phil Jr.?
Phil Jr. Phil Jr. Jr.
Phil Jr. Okay, anyways.
The IMDb rating is 7.1.
Ooh,
so they are
a notch down.
They're staying high, though. In the 7s. They
7.2 last week.
Let's see if I look here, let's see. Last time they hit 6 was episode 6. So they are riding. And if you look at my graph here, Family Matters has outscored Full House pretty much every week.
Absolutely.
So Family Matters reigns supreme in the early going.
I'm not surprised in the early going here.
Yeah. I'll give you the standings at the end of season 1.
Good. Yeah, I hope so. I'm sure you got them all written, jotted down.
I got it ready. So let's get into this. I already said that, but we're still off track. The cold open. The cold open starts with Eddie watching TV. Urkel enters.
Woo!
I think he gets a big round of applause too. Probably.
I'm sure he does at this point.
And he says, "Hi, Eddie." Eddie immediately tells him that Laura's upstairs, and he says he knows. He just called her. Nobody slams a phone like Laura.
He is. Oh, that doesn't tell me like that she's upstairs because she answered the phone.
Yeah, he said he knows. Well, if she was on her phone or something, you know.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'm just saying there's some binoculars involved in this.
Probably. Urkel gets all up in Eddie's face, like super close, and he asks if he needs a new approach to Laura. Apparently, Eddie looks at his clothes, at Urkel's clothing, and says, "It wouldn't hurt."
Oh,
burn.
Suspenders are pretty sweet.
They are actually. Okay, so he says if Urkel could dance like Bobby Brown, he'd have a shot.
Oh, of course he would.
Urkel says it doesn't. Oh, because that's what Eddie was watching was Bobby
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Urkel looks over at the TV and says, "It doesn't look that hard." That's not Urkel's voice.
Yeah,
that doesn't look hard. So he starts to dance, and it's awful. Urkel's dancing horribly, and Eddie encourages him to close his eyes and spin. Sounds like he's being helpful, right?
Yeah.
But he leads them as Urkel's like spinning and closing his eyes. He opens the front door, leading Urkel out the door, and he closes it on him, locks it. He goes back to sitting on the couch, and about 2 seconds, like literally 2 seconds later, in through the kitchen, spinning with his eyes closed, comes Urkel.
So he spun all the way from the front to the back.
From the front through the back porch. And
how we don't know how you get to, by the way, right, but yeah.
Still have yet to figure that out. But so he comes through, and he goes, "Hey, Eddie, I think I got it." And Eddie like looks back because he didn't know he was there until Urkel talked, and he's all surprised. And then the opening credits start running. So that was. I think you do that every time.
Got to keep it consistent.
Right. So we get into the episode, starting out in the...
I would imagine the kitchen.
Living room, actually.
That was my second choice.
Carl is reading cue cards, like his own index cards.
Okay,
cue cards. Cue cards. Why would I have wrote cue cards?
So he's reading cue cards while he's reading cue cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
So he's reading index cards that he's holding. He's reading them to Mother Winslow and Harriet.
What's he up to?
He reads, a lot of you have been asking me what to get my brother Daryl for his 40th birthday. I've known Daryl my entire life, and the truth is, I've never liked him. And he's like,
okay.
His patented Carl cackle.
Yeah, you don't really have that down. You'll have to work on that one.
I can't. Closer. I can't. Mother Winslow like stares at him like appalled, and she's like, I thought you liked Daryl. He's like, Mama, these are jokes. They're jokes.
They're funny, right?
It's a roast for his brother's birthday, you know. So then they're about to say goodbye to the kids, and Carl says he's not sure this is a great idea, leaving the kids alone with Eddie in charge.
Oh, of course not.
Which also, why would they not go? Why aren't the kids invited to
a wedding?
A birthday party?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean, I guess
boozing it up, Kenny.
In a roast.
In a roast.
The roast of Daryl Winslow is gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get pretty raunchy.
So he's nervous about having Eddie in charge of the kids. Harriet says they'll be fine. That does not sound like Harriet.
Yeah, she's ready to get her groove on at this birthday party.
She's been working on her Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I think she has.
So they enter the kitchen, and Eddie has cooked up dinner: meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and string beans. Carl explains to Laura and Judy that Edward is in charge when they are gone. Not Eddie. Edward. Not Ed either. Yeah. They went with the full name on this one. I'm going with Ken today, so...
It's kind of weird. You ever think about that? Okay, so you know my dad's name. Obviously, you know my dad's name is Ed.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody call him Edward.
Yeah, not typically.
When we were younger, did Grandma call him Edward?
Probably not. We call him Eddie all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because of Eddie on Family Matters.
Yeah, probably.
But Edward is in charge. He's probably saying that to, build him up as a sophisticated, grown-up-y guy.
But in your case, you would say Ed.
Yeah, Ed. Okay. Ed's in charge. Laura, of course, questions this decision of having Eddie in charge.
I would hope so.
Carl explains that no friends are to be over when they're gone. Eddie says the only friend that would come is Rodney, and he's sure Carl doesn't mean Rodney's included in that.
Rodney!
Carl says, especially Rodney. He makes Eddie promise no friends. And Eddie does. He promises no friends.
Yeah.
He sounds legit, too.
Not friends. Even Rodney.
Right. Now, Rachel and baby Richie come downstairs.
Woo! Did she get a huge ovation?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think
a couple whistles, whatnot. Yeah.
They come downstairs and she has suitcases packed, just stuffed full of stuff. Bunch of suitcases. She asks for help, and Carl picks it up, and it's super heavy. Of course, Carl. Rachel says it's just essentials, but then she starts questioning if she should be leaving Richie at a babysitter's house. So she is going to Carl's brother's 40th birthday roast.
Yes.
She is not Carl's sister. She is Harriet's. It's his sister-in-law is going to the birthday party. So that's first question. Okay, close family, whatever.
That's fine, cool. Yeah.
But then there's going to be a babysitter for Richie, right. But they're afraid to leave the kid. I mean, maybe they're just trying to trust Eddie. Yeah. But if they don't trust him, why not have somebody stay with everyone at the house?
Well, that's because Eddie would end up macking on the babysitter.
Well, that's true. Unless it's an old lady. Get an old lady.
Yeah, get an old lady.
But maybe that's true. Maybe the only sitter for Richie is some hot...
teenager.
Yeah. But it's an overnight thing, I think. So, so why would a 16-year-old stay overnight?
It must be an adult.
Yeah. So
with maybe another mom with a kid the same age.
Maybe Eddie's friend from high school's mom.
Yeah.
Is okay. Wow.
She's a fox. Anyway, go on, Kenny.
All right. Harriet says, I know it's hard leaving a baby for the first time, but after the first time, And she glances over at her kids, and she's like, it gets a lot easier. Then it shows Carl's like pulling the heavy bags that Rachel said.
So it's all like chaotic right now.
Yeah. So they're like, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And Carl says, this is going to be a swell trip.
Where are we going for this birthday party, though?
We find out more about this trip as we go along.
Okay.
So, new scene. Eddie's still in the kitchen. He's clearly taken after his mom because we're only seeing Eddie in the kitchen right now. So, turn
a new leaf.
Yeah, it turns out the meatloaf is burned horribly.
Oh,
it's like so bad that he can't even cut it with a steak knife.
It's that burnt.
Yeah, he took a page out of Danny and Uncle Jesse's book with the turkey. Can't even get it in. Just then, a knock at the door. Pizza Man! It's Rodney!
Oh, awesome.
Eddie says they're saved. And he's like rushing to the door, and the girls remind him of his promise to his dad. But he says, what would you rather eat? Pizza or charcoal loaf? He sets he opens the door, sets the pizza boxes on the table, and then Eddie politely asks Rodney to leave.
Wow.
Gets the pizza and says, yo, dude, you gotta go. Rodney looks over at the meatloaf and says, I see you got my mother's recipe for meatloaf. Now, do you think that was just a joke? Or do you think Eddie at school said, hey, can you somehow get me your mom's recipe for meatloaf because I want to impress my parents? And then Rodney made up because he's a prankster.
Oh, wow. That's actually really good thinking, Kenny.
Yeah.
How would he know that Eddie messed up on the meatloaf?
Right.
He just showed up with pizza?
Yeah. He knew he was going to screw over Eddie so that he could come when the parents were gone.
That's true.
But
Rodney did spend his own money on that pizza.
Yeah.
To bring it there.
Right. Well, do you think he spent his own money? Or
no.
Do you think he somehow...
He probably swindled it somehow.
Yeah.
Knowing old Rodney.
So I said the last line, I see you got my mother's recipe for meatloaf. That's literally the line, and then it goes to a commercial. There's no transition. Like usually there's like a dun 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 or like a.
So you got my mom's recipe for the meatloaf. Night Brights are available at Kmart. Like something like that.
Exactly. So luckily we return to the episode and it's night, and we see headlights and a car drive up. This isn't at the Winslow's house.
Okay.
This is some, I don't know, what do they call it? Boo-foo.
Oh, okay.
Out in the boonies.
Bumfucks or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it's like that.
It's out, who knows
The
where.
boonies, that's right.
Right. Well, it's the party folks.
Yeah, we're getting on this right track.
It's out at the Possums place. So Carl driving with the ladies. So it's Harriet, Carl, Rachel, and Mother Winslow all cram-packed in the Winslow's car. And Carl's driving, and he says, or Harriet, of course, she's yelling at Carl about how he took his own route. And he says it's just a shortcut. Yeah. He knows the way. It's just a shortcut. So there's a bunch of bitching about being lost, and Carl checks the map. He pulls out the old...
While driving?
No, they were pulled over. They had pulled over.
Okay.
And,
so there was no mapping and driving ticket available at the time. Get it, Kenny?
Oh,
yeah. Driving.
He's looking at a napkin, not like a true map. It was...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it was just written down on a napkin, huh?
Yeah. Howard Simpson drew it for me at the taco stand.
Okay. I hate getting off track, but when's the last time you got a napkin at a taco stand?
You just eat the taco and wipe it.
I've never heard of getting a napkin when I got a taco. Okay.
After further looking at the napkin, he exclaims, here we are. He's like pointing on the napkin. Here we are. We'll be in Sheboygan in about a half an hour.
Sheboygan? Okay.
Yeah. And Carl goes to restart the car, all like happy because he figured out where they're at. And now the car won't start.
No.
All right, so Mother Winslow says, because now the car won't start, so she's all worried, and she says, 5 sons, and I've never missed a birthday.
She has 5 sons?
She has 5 sons and never missed their birthday. For 40, Daryl, we know, is 40. Carl, we can assume, is probably 38.
Yeah.
Because he just graduated high school 20 years ago. That makes him about 38, 39. She's been to every birthday of...
Like, okay. When you turned 21, did you want your mom,
No.
your parents around for you?
No.
It wasn't on my birthday. I'm sure we celebrated my birthday.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. She's
I was...
her 5 sons on their birthdays. So Rachel says she should never have left little Richie at the sitters. Carl says...
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Well,
why? What does that make a difference?
Yeah.
You want him in the car with him?
By the way, BTW, it is snowing.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's a snowstorm.
Yep.
You wanted little Richie in the car with you, freezing his ass. The kid would die.
Yeah.
You would rather him be there with you in this moment. So Carl says he saw a gas station about a mile back. He's going to walk there and have a tow truck come and get the car started, and they'll get to the party. Harriet yells at as he starts walking, "Carl, you can't walk there. It's dark and freezing outside." And he says, "You want to go?" And she says, "Here's a flashlight."
I mean, a mile? Is a mile really that long?
No. I mean, it was bad weather.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But it's a mile.
It's a mile.
It's not like it's 10 miles. Now we're back at the Winslow's house. This is where the action is.
Yeah, of course.
At the Winslow's house, Rodney is still there.
Rodney!
And they're all sitting at the table eating pizza. And a knock on the door happens. So, obviously, Eddie telling Rodney to leave didn't work.
I mean, he did bring the pizza, Kenny.
He did. I guess give him his pizza, let him eat his pizza with you, and then he can leave.
Yeah.
It's still breaking the rules of your dad.
Right.
But, okay.
Right.
It was nice. So anyways, Rodney says he mentioned where he was going to a few people at the pizzeria.
Hey, he just mentioned it.
Yeah. Eddie opens the door and it's 2 babes. One says, "You must be Eddie. You're even cuter than Rodney said."
Whoa! Rodney. Man, that weed man.
Yeah. So Eddie lets the girls in immediately, and the girls suggest watching the new Janet Jackson video.
Well, okay, cool. That'll take like 4 minutes.
Yeah. Like, my question is, how do they know there's a Janet Jackson video just playing? Because...
Yeah, you're right.
Like now, sure, let's watch the new Janet Jackson video. Pull up YouTube. Click, 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 click. Janet Jackson video, done.
So, okay, all right. MTV was around at this time, right?
Yeah.
Music videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's the new Janet Jackson video, right? So I believe how it was. I mean, we were around for this kind of time too. Like TLR.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was like
TRL. Yeah.
TLR. TRL. I bet it was like
there's an
at
episode.
8 o'clock. The new Janet Jackson video will be out.
That's true. Okay.
That's
okay.
The new Janet Jackson video at 8 o'clock tonight. Be there. Be square.
So Eddie tells them to go to the living room. Rodney takes the ladies to the living room, and then Eddie's like, "Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you."
Oh, Rodney.
And now Laura's like, "Well, if you're having friends over, I'm having friends over."
She has friends.
Now Eddie says to Judy, "You're not going to tell Mom and Dad about this, are you?" And Judy gets her one line of the show. "Not if the price is right." And she holds out her hand for some cassiola.
Who?
The forgotten child.
The forgotten child. Gone.
Now we're in the living room. The doorbell rings. Rodney opens the door, and it's Lamar. We don't know who Lamar is, but he's this.
You looked at me like I'm supposed to know him Lamar. And
I was hoping you would be like, right. No, Lamar is this like huge guy, not a teenager. I could be wrong.
Like does he look like a bouncer?
Yeah, like
okay.
he looks like he could be a bouncer, but like, how does Rodney know this guy?
Rodney knows a lot of guys.
It's around. I mean, like, seriously, he can't be a high schooler. There's no way. He's too big. And
maybe he failed a couple times.
Maybe. He and Rodney do like a quick, cool handshake, and so he knows.
He knows him. Man.
Maybe it's his drug dealer.
I bet you. No, listen to me. He's probably a bouncer at a club, and Rodney knows him and gets in.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Lamar says he brought a couple of friends. Rodney goes, "Mi casa, su casa, dude." And
I'm gonna start using that again.
He says Lamar goes, "The party's in here." Several people come in, including Penny, Laura's best BFF.
Yep.
And like people keep streaming in, quite a few people. Meanwhile, like Eddie's dancing, and he keeps exclaiming, like he's totally into the dancing and stuff, and he's like, "This is not a party. This is not a party." And he's clearly enjoying the non-party at this point.
Absolutely.
All right, so back at the car with the ladies.
Right.
It's just the ladies now, because remember, Carl went on his walk. And they're questioning how long it's taking Carl.
Nobody has a watch on him?
Well, I mean, that and like, did you think it would be quick?
Yeah, was he going to run?
Yeah, either way, he runs or walks. It's going to take a while. It's Carl. And Rachel says, "It sure is taking him long." Mother Winslow says, "He probably took a shortcut." And Rachel says,
"So true."
Rachel says she hoped he didn't run into a bear or mountain lion.
Where are they at?
Right. Between Chicago and Sheboygan. But she says a bear, a mountain lion, or worse. Then she says she read a story about big, ugly people that prey on people left in broken down cars. So, like the Melonheads.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Just then, Carl comes up to the window. He has snow like stuck to his eyebrows and his mustache, so it's like white and he like his head's like right in the window.
I love this.
And his face like slams the window, and Rachel's like, "Ah, it's the ugly people!" They all scream, and he yells like, "Open the door!" They let him in, and he's like frozen, and it turns out the gas station was closed.
Oh no.
So he walked a mile there, a mile back.
What time is it? Is it like freaking 11 o'clock? Midnight?
It's not even, it can't be that late.
What gas station closes that early?
So they let him in, and he said he found a payphone, though, which, why'd you go to the gas?
If you found a payphone.
You found what were you going to do at the gas station? Ask them to tow you? Or were you, anyways.
Wait, yeah, hold on, that does make sense, because before, if I'm in that mindset, that time, right?
Right. No cell phones.
I would make sure I have money on me, because I know it's not like I'm going to go to the gas station and be like, "Hey, let me use your phone." At a gas station, at that point in time, there's always a payphone you would use to call.
Right. Anyways, he found a payphone. He called the emergency road services, and he told them that they were stranded under the Highway 180 sign. That sign is what saved them, because they're right underneath it.
Right.
And the camera pans from the car up to the sign, and it shows like snow is kind of on it, and it's not 180, it's 130. So, because snow is on it. Yeah. So after the commercial, because you figure that out, and then you have, of course, your suspense. I'm in such suspense now.
Shoo!
After the commercial, we're back at the car, and they're all freezing, huddled under blankets in the car. Which, do you remember, Grandma had always kept a blanket in the car, just in case.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Do you have a blanket in your car now?
I don't.
Hell with that.
After I watched this, I'm like, why do they have blankets? And I'm like, I guess for that situation.
You know what's another thing, too? Why did old people always have It didn't matter what time of year it was. They always had their snow scraper in the back.
in that in the back window.
In the back window thing.
Yeah.
Always. With some Kleenex.
Yeah, it's Kleenex too, yeah.
What? Is that weird?
Yes. Yeah, it was weird. Carl's checking his watch a bunch, and they're wondering why 2 hours have gone by and no tow truck. I just... When the hell does this party start? Because this is a weird party. I don't know, just 2 hours, and they can pretty much kiss this party goodbye at this point. I mean, you don't leave hours early, like, I don't know.
No.
Anyways, Harriet says she's going to go for help. Carl says he'll go with. And Mother Winslow screams out, "No, Carl, stay. We need your body heat." Harriet brushes the sign that reveals Highway 130.
Oh, no.
And Carl immediately says, "Harriet, don't tell Rachel and Mother Winslow. He hates looking like a fool in front of his mama." Immediately, as you know from every episode ever, they get in the car and Harriet tells them immediately.
Of course.
Yeah. So Rachel,
anything to make Carl look like a piece of shit.
Yeah, especially in front of his mama.
Doesn't care.
Rachel says they're in trouble now, and Mother Winslow says, "More than you know." God damn it. "More than you know. Before we left, I drank a quart of prune juice."
No. Who the hell does that? Who the hell does a quart of fucking prune juice?
And then she's like grimacing, like,
Who does that?
I was dying laughing watching it, and I'm dying laughing.
Who's like, all right, gotta go on this trip. Let me guzzle down this prune juice.
Just then, headlights pull up behind them. It's the highway patrol. He asks,
"Hey-o."
Yeah, he asks where they're heading, and Carl says, "Sheboygan." The patroller laughs and says, "No one takes this road to Sheboygan." And Carl laughs and he says, he's the only one that knows this shortcut. All right, so after that scene, we're back at the party. I mean, the not party. It's not a party.
It's not a party, Kenny.
It's like, it's a rager right now. Like,
yeah.
Crazy. Dancing. It's eating while dancing.
Yep.
Girls on guys' shoulders. As if they're in the pool chicken fighting.
Yes.
But they're not. Like, I don't understand what the hell they were doing. There were 2 sets of them. So it was like they were chicken fighting, but what?
And supposedly you're telling me there's no alcohol or drugs here?
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Okay.
But there's got to be. Somebody's room is set up as like there's a keg. People are upside down.
You know Rodney got it set up somewhere.
Oh yeah, Lamar clearly brought in some alcohol, drugs. There's cocaine all over the bathroom counter. Eddie's using a little handheld vacuum to clean up popcorn that's being dropped. And just then, Urkel enters.
Oh boy,
Lamar is bouncing at this party.
I told you.
Yep, you called it. He stops him and asks who he is. "I'm Steve. I live next door." Lamar says, "Well, do you have any girls with you, Steve?" He says, "Yeah, in my back pocket."
What? What does that mean?
I don't get it. Lamar shoves him into the house. So, I mean, he got into the party, but shoves him right into Eddie. And Urkel finds Laura, his princess, as he says.
Absolutely.
And he dances over to her. She leaves him, bumps into a guy who then picks up Urkel and chucks him onto a bunch of people that are sitting on the couch.
Jeez.
Eddie continues to attempt to clean the house, and comes a guy with a towel around his waist. He's got a towel around his waist, and I'll just say it. It's Waldo.
Ah! Wow!
And we don't know.
We don't know
it's
who Waldo is yet.
It's a guy with a towel, and he's wearing. Oh no, he's wearing a shower hairnet, and he's shirtless with the towel around his waist. He tells Eddie there's something wrong with the water pressure, and
this would so be me at a party though.
So then some hottie walks up to Eddie and says, "Great party." And she basically humps him for a little bit.
She was up on the side of him.
Oh yeah. And Judy says, "Smile," and takes Waldo, Eddie, and this humpy chick's picture. And Eddie asks Laura, so basically blackmail.
Yep.
They don't really say it, but that's about it. Eddie asks Laura how this happened, and Laura says, as long as a fight doesn't break out, they're okay.
Man, right then.
Rodney runs in. Fight in the kitchen! So a couple football guys are arguing in each other's faces. It's like a football fight. And Urkel tries to explain the play that they're arguing about.
So Urkel gets thrown on a couch and then immediately runs in the kitchen to
middle of this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Urkel tries to explain the play that they're arguing about, and it pisses somebody off. He picks Urkel up, saying he makes him want to puke. Urkel says, "Is that something by chance that you enjoy?" They start throwing him around, literally like a rag doll, around the room. Someone finally walks Steve out of the kitchen. They help him out. Now the fight's on. Eddie exclaims in the middle of this fight, "This is my house! I will not allow football in my kitchen." So instead of fighting, now they're playing like football.
Football. Okay.
What
the hell is going on?
I'm telling you, they're cracked out of their minds.
It's just not. It doesn't seem like a normal party, but
right. They grab Harriet's gravy boat as the football.
Oh shit!
She would be so pissed. Eddie tells them to stop, but of course they're not going to listen, and it's this whole football scene.
So, are they more like playing like monkey in the middle type of thing?
No, they get down like football. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a football game in the kitchen.
Those meatheads always think about football, right?
Yeah. They hike it, and the center clearly sucks because he misses the quarterback completely. The gravy boat goes right through the glass window.
Oh.
They all celebrate right after that for some reason. So, they were fighting, decided to play football. Gravy boat crashed through the window. They're all excited and happy.
I have to tell you, though, if it wasn't my house, I know I'm not going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm at that age. I break, somebody's window. I know they're going to get in trouble. I'm like, hell yeah!
And none of these people give a shit about Eddie.
No, they don't.
Anyways, the window breaks. Eddie and Laura go to the living room, and it's even more trashed and crazy than it just was. So Laura says, "This is my fault too. Don't worry, Eddie. No matter what happens, we're in this together." Just then, Carl and the ladies walk in.
No!
Carl has his iconic freaked out face.
No!
And Eddie's like, "Dad!" Everyone stops dancing and looks. Laura says, "This was all Eddie's fault."
Oh,
of course. Throws him under the bus.
Of course.
Eddie's trying to explain himself. You hear in the kitchen, "Bassett, I'm open!" And Harriet goes, "My kitchen!" She rushes in there, and Carl then uses his police officer demanding voice, demand everyone leave. They do. Eddie tries, of course, the old walk out with the crowd thing, and
I would too.
Carl says, "You stay."
Oh, by the way, though, before you go on farther, when they walked in, didn't Lamar say something?
No.
No? Lamar wasn't at the door.
I don't think so. Lamar gave up. He gave up bouncing. He might have been in the bathroom.
He was taking a bump off the sink or toilet there. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. It would have been funny. He should have,
you got any girls with you?
Yeah.
And then it would have been
Mother
Mother
Estelle. Yeah, no. So everyone's now like cleaning up the trashed house.
Everybody's leaving. And
everyone's leaving and everyone's kind of cleaning. Harriet starts scolding Eddie. Carl comes in with the gravy boat, wondering why it was thrown through the window, which we all are wondering that.
So Carl went into the kitchen and then immediately zoomed out the door.
Yeah, well, he probably saw the broken window.
Oh, I want to see.
Cop mind. He's investigating.
Yep.
And found the gravy boat. So
God, good thinking, Kenny.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Oh, yeah. Eddie says they were playing football, Dad. Duh. That's all right. Harriet suggests killing Eddie. And Rachel then takes Judy upstairs because she knows he's about to get his ass whooped. Carl and Harriet get up to Eddie. Go over to Eddie and he says, I didn't mean to have a party. Rodney just came over with some pizzas. So then Carl reminds him that he broke his promise. And obviously they're grounded, and maybe more. And Carl does what I think is a great move. Because they're like pissed. And he says, they're a little too heated right now to talk about it tonight. They'll discuss it in the morning.
Yeah.
Takes a breather. Hey,
right.
I'm pissed off right now. So whatever I say is probably going to be way too severe. Although, in this situation, I don't think way too severe is too bad. Anyways, but I think he made the right call. Take a breath.
He did.
Take a breath. Let's think about this. Let's get reasonable here. So anyways, the kids go up to bed, or get ready for bed, and Harriet goes to find the other half.
Ready for bed?
Yeah. What time is it? They were stranded for 2 hours and then still had to make it back home. And this party is going on. 3 in the morning is my guess.
But my point is, like, okay, Eddie just threw this rager in your house, and now you're like, Eddie, go brush your teeth, clean behind your ears, and get in that bed. Like,
they were cleaning up the house.
Yeah, right, but I'd be like, Eddie, get to your room and shut the damn door and don't say another word until tomorrow.
Yeah.
But hygiene would not be my first thought in my head.
Right. Harriet goes to find the other half of her gravy boat because she was handed the half broken. It's broken. Man. And Carl sits on the couch to relax and says to himself, he's like, what a night.
Hell yeah.
And as he's sitting, he hears like... He looks all around. Then he finally looks at the couch he's sitting on. He lifts the cushion and Urkel's under it. And Urkel gets up. Party of the year, Carl! Party of the year! And then he grabs a cheese ball and he's like, cheese ball? And Carl just shakes his head as the credits start to roll.
Oh my gosh.
So we never hear the punishment. We didn't get some sentimental wrap up the what's happening music, but it was
that's how it ended.
That was how it ended.
Which is actually, I mean, all right, that's fine.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. What's on the mind of Alex this episode?
Eddie can't just stop Rodney from doing whatever Rodney's
Rodney invited people over. It's real. I mean, he asked Rodney to leave.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, when you have a friend like that,
right?
I mean, obviously, a loose cannon friend that you probably shouldn't have. But what are you gonna do? I mean, Rodney's just gonna do what he wants to do.
Exactly. All right, so that for sure.
That for sure. But it's like, I feel. Number one, okay, we'll get to this point. I honestly don't think that gravy bowl would have broke going through that glass.
No, probably not.
Because a gravy bowl is made out of
ceramic.
Right?
Yeah.
Getting thrown out, I know there's a grass yard before it would ever hit.
No, you know what? It went through the window that should have been the back porch. Oh, I'm
just saying. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You are right. There's no way that gravy bowl would have actually broke going through glass, because yeah,
typically, something going through the glass broke. So if the window didn't break, the gravy boat probably would have broke.
Right.
But since the window broke, the gravy boat should have been intact.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's true.
That, and then... Let's go to Waldo for a minute,
Okay.
even though we don't know his name.
Right.
Like,
Towel guy.
Towel guy. Did we not, like... It was just that scene, but like...
They didn't question why he's showering.
Why he like, it was just, he popped... Like, there's nothing else to question about why
why did he feel the need to shower?
Was he with a lady in the shower? Was he just by himself?
He was with a lady before he showered.
Shower.
Then he needed to clean up.
Was he in Estelle's?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Shower?
Maybe.
I mean, that bathroom probably stunk quite a bit after all that prune juice, but...
That's good. Yeah.
Those are all the prune juice stuff, too. You know?
Oh, that might be my favorite moment so far on Family Matters.
I believe prune juice was like a big, like, health thing.
Yeah, probably.
It's like
a superfood almost.
Beet juice is a really big health thing now.
Is it?
You never hear about prune juice anymore.
Right.
It's about beet juice. It's healthy for you. Okay. So I think it's like the new era of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, old people always have drank.
Oh, yeah. Prune juice was the thing.
Yeah. If you remember last week, I was talking about this.
Were you?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
So when I said I was constipated,
oh, God, yes.
I would have to have some prune juice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I never.
It all wraps up. It all ties together.
It wasn't bad.
No.
Prune juice is good.
Worked its way through you?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to be short with this Family Matters trivia. The only thing I got is Sean Harrison is credited as Guy in the Towel. But as we know, and just mentioned earlier, and again, he becomes a regular later on in the show, Waldo Faldo, Eddie's friend. So that's the only trivia. There was nothing crazy.
Is this Rodney's last episode? Or
No, it is not.
Okay.
It's not Rodney's last episode, but Waldo is not. I mean, I'm excited for when Waldo gets there. I love Waldo, but
this is the episode though where tides start to change.
Really?
In my opinion, if I'm thinking correctly, I mean, we've known Rodney to be Eddie's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to switch over, and spoiler alert, Rodney's not going to be there.
Yeah.
A lot longer.
Maybe this is maybe Eddie was like, what the hell were you doing in the shower? He asked him and thought it was a funny thing and was like, you know what? You seem a lot cooler than Rodney.
See? Yeah,
but because of Rodney, Eddie never meets Waldo.
You were right. Oh my gosh.
Rodney's.
Do you think people have thought about this?
No one's ever thought of that. We're the first.
You're right. Oh my goodness.
All right, so the next episode of Family Matters is The Big Fix.
Oh, okay.
Big Fix. So for now, since the Winslow's car is up and running again, obviously.
Check that battery again, Kenny.
We got to check the battery, but we'll hop in the Winslow's car and head from Chicago over to San Francisco for a little Full House.
Hey, you can check that battery all you want, but as long as you're checking how many beers we got left to get to San Francisco, that's all that really matters.
That's all that matters. That's true.
I'll tell you, that was a long journey. I'm glad Carl got that new battery installed. And
we got it working. It made it. No shortcuts on the way to San Francisco.
Well, since we're here now, I'm going to crack open another beer, Kenny.
Yes, I will too. All right, so we'll since we're in San Franny, we'll go to some Full House. Ken will get you some Full House going.
All right, Ken, let's get going.
So Full House Season 1, Episode 16. The title is But Seriously, Folks.
You got it down. You got it down.
Folks, not folks.
Folks. Seriously, folks.
Folks.
Must be a Midwestern thing.
I don't know. It's got to be. So the date of this was February 5th, 1988. The IMDb rating, 6.7. This is their second lowest rating. Lowest since Sea Cruise. But I love Sea Cruise,
so maybe we're gonna love this.
Maybe the lower the rating, the less the girls are involved. Might be.
I don't know though, Kenny.
So
as I'm looking at it, I'm not sure. So a new thing, since
new addition to the studio.
I put in a big screen TV here, and got my DVD player, got the old DVD set out.
Old fully house DVD set.
Full house DVD set. And while we talk about this, we're going to be watching it at the same time.
That sounds great.
Well, I'll be watching it.
Right.
You can't really
My
see
back's
it.
to it, but that's all right. I
Yeah.
know the episode.
Yeah.
I've lived the episode. I'm living it right now.
I mean, look how beautiful that man looks right now.
All right, so no cold open. We just get right into the episode.
We sure do.
The episode begins at nighttime. It's Uncle Jesse, DJ, and Kimmy. These two episodes,
Yeah.
the neighbor kid is just there.
Take me back. Kimmy's been around before.
Yeah, Kimmy's been around a couple times. We just she's evolving a little bit more.
Okay.
We gotta know a little more about Kimmy here. And they're all in Uncle Jesse's room. He's teaching the guitar to DJ, and she isn't very good. And Kimmy all but says it. And so, like, I know quite a bit on guitar now. We talked about this in an episode where my father-in-law and I enjoy candlelight guitar lesson. No, I know quite a bit. But DJ says that starting the Bracelets was her idea.
Okay.
So clearly they're in a band called the Bracelets. Great name.
Are they wearing bracelets? Oh, they are.
Yes, DJ's wearing a bracelet.
With some stupid-ass hats, by the way.
Yes. Kimmy says it'd be tragic to have to replace her. Because she started the band, so it'd be tragic to have to replace her. And Uncle Jesse says, Kimmy, do me a favor. Don't help.
And DJ's playing the keyboard.
Yeah, or Kimmy's playing the keyboard.
Board.
DJ's learning the guitar. And so they go on. Jesse says, "Let's do the song, Venus." You know the song? I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. And they're playing, and man, Kimmy is rocking
the keyboard
and singing.
Wow!
On the mountain top, like man, she is
really.
Kimmy's
I would never expect that. Wonder. Yeah,
or a one hit, one act, yeah, whatever. She could play guitar or keyboard and sing. Wow, she doesn't even need DJ. But anyways, Uncle Jesse's rocking on the guitar, and DJ can't keep up. She just can't keep up the chords. She don't know the chords. Which, when I was learning guitar, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough to do. But now, when you're a rock star like myself, you can.
It's easy. You know that song.
I'll be honest with you. I looked up this song, the chords, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this song. I'm gonna bring the guitar. I tried it, and I'm like, dude, I can't do this song. Screw this.
You should have still.
So upcoming episode, maybe we'll find a song that I'm. We'll see. See what happens.
We'll get a good song for you.
Yeah, gotta pick my time here. So DJ starts singing and drumming on the back of the guitar.
Okay.
And she goes, "This side is way easier."
Bane on the back of the guitar.
Yeah. Okay. They go to start again the song, and she just can't do it. She can't play the guitar. And Danny walks in. He claims, "Tonight is Joey's big night. Come on!"
Joey's big night. Oh, we gotta go.
Let's get going. Kimmy tells DJ she should stay home to practice guitar. Stay home from what? It's Joey's big night, but you should stay home. What is his big night?
You stay back.
Then Kimmy goes on further and says, actually, you should probably quit school too.
Oh my God. Wait, is this supposed to be your friend?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And DJ says, that's the sort of attitude that broke up the Go-Go's. And Jesse gets all confused because apparently that's not exactly how the Go-Go's broke up. But I don't. Now downstairs, Danny's helping Joey tie his tie. Then Joey says, he does a, hello, Wilbur. I'm going to go visit all my friends in prison.
What?
And he says it's Mr. Ed Meese.
Okay.
Not obviously, hello, Wilbur.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed. And he says it's Mr. Ed Meese.
Okay.
More on that later. It's not a good bit. I don't think. But he plays his laugh track. And Joey he says he can feel tonight is his night. As Danny's trying to help him get his pink jacket on.
It's pink, all right. Yeah. It's sweet.
It's pretty cool, actually. So he says it's his big night because I guess a big HBO talent scout is going to be in the audience. So it is a big night.
Oh.
They weren't lying. Now Uncle Jesse comes down with Michelle, all packed up for either a night at Grandma's or 6 months in Europe.
So, because she packed so much. Yeah.
Which, same joke in both episodes. Rachel did the same thing.
That's crazy.
These jokes. But which grandma do you think it was going? Probably his mom, right?
Yeah, I would have. If Jesse's helping,
because Danny's mom is in Tacoma, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so Irene, it's Grandma Irene. We gotta assume. Joey says, "Sorry, you're gonna miss this, Michelle. Give me a kiss for good luck." And then Danny kisses Joey's cheek. I don't even know. And then he plays the laugh track.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Uncle Jesse gives Joey gives him a little pep talk. He says, and then Joey's all pepped up and he says, tonight is my night. Yes. And Uncle Jesse says, after that, he says he can't wait for his date to come.
Oh.
He's nervous. He's nervous for his date to come. Then it turns out his date is Stephanie. Let down. I was hoping for some hottie in a short dress or something. No.
Instead of Stephanie in like some fur coat that's like had a cost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good amount of money.
Spend some bucks on these girls. Good luck.
Well, I mean, he was just a part of the Golden State Warriors bench.
That's true. So she's all dialed. Yeah, like you said, she's all dialed up, and she even has a purse.
Ooh.
DJ is like pissed. She has why do you need a purse? And Stephanie says she has woman things she needs for a date. They are money for a phone call.
Okay.
Not bad. As we found out from the Family Matters. If that car dies, they'll be thankful.
You should have money, yeah.
Keys to some place.
Okay.
So it's clearly somebody's old keys they gave her, and
she's been hanging around Uncle Jesse way too much.
Yeah. And of course, an orange. So then Uncle Jesse
get that vitamin C in you.
Yeah. At least it wasn't prune juice.
Yeah. Thank God.
So Uncle Jesse and Stephanie walk out together all nice, and now moving on to the scene that's in front of your eyes.
Yes.
Is a new scene where we're at the comedy club, and it's Max performing. You remember Max from Saved by the Bell? His real name is Ed Alonzo.
Wait, is this? Are you serious? Like it's tying in with?
No, but it's Ed Alonzo.
Okay,
is the comedian on stage.
Okay.
He was Max.
That's what I thought.
From the Max at Saved by the Bell, but it's Ed Alonzo.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just think it's funny, and. So he turns, he does some fire thing that makes the fire turn into a duck.
Yep. Okay.
And they're all like, oh, whoa, everyone in the audience and the girls are all excited. Then he turns the duck, he puts the duck in this box, which isn't it's not a microwave. And he turns the duck into a hot chick. She's like nearly naked.
Yeah, look at Uncle
out there.
Uncle Jesse is.
Uncle Jesse was excited. And so the crazy comedy club owner introduces Joey is on next. The HBO talent guy is sitting like right behind the whole family, of course. And
somehow that works.
Yeah. Joey, he's a little nervous, and but he says he's happy to be following a magician. The audience needs a laugh.
After you just whipped out a hot...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't need a laugh. I need a
towel.
So they do a bunch of break a leg, Joey, and then Stephanie's all confused, like explaining, and she's like, poke an eye out, Joey.
Oh my goodness.
And anyways, he rushes up to get introduced to the audience, and the owner starts introducing him and says, time for Mr. Fun. He's wacky, he's zany. As a matter of fact, we consider him part of the family, because he expects to get fed for free. Oh, this comedy club owner is great. So the audience laughs, and now all of a sudden you hear like this lady, like a big old cackle going on, and is it Phyllis Diller? I don't know Phyllis Diller. She's an old lady to me, but Phyllis Diller was a
comedian?
Comedian, yeah. So she stands to like take a bow because he says, I know that laugh. Is that Phyllis Diller? And
wow.
She waves, she kind of bows. And she says some kind of little joke. I can't remember what she says, but everyone cracks up. And then the owner's like, well, couldn't you come up for a few jokes? Just a few jokes. Come on, Miss Diller. And so she comes up.
Wait, Joey's supposed to be on.
Joey was supposed to be on. But Phyllis comes up, and she says a bunch of like dirty jokes. Not dirty, but you know, like, that man over there, he was looking at me, and I gave him I don't know what her jokes were, but you know, old horny lady jokes.
Yeah,
you know them.
I definitely, yes.
You hear them all the time. But the audience, they are just going nuts for these jokes.
They love Phyllis.
They love her. And Joey, he's over in the corner. He just looks miserable because
she's taking up all of his time.
He was supposed to be the one that gets all the laughs because the magician needed the laugh. And
how is he going to follow up?
Yeah,
an actual comedian.
Yeah. So she performs for an hour and a half.
No.
So then she finally is like, I can't believe it's been an hour. And then Joey's like, an hour and a half. He's been keeping track. And so as she leaves the stage, so does a bunch of the audience start leaving. And the owner's like trying to get him to stay, but everyone's kind of like bolting. He makes some joke about eating cereal, and he's eating oat boats.
Oat boats.
Little callback from a couple episodes ago. So now Joey goes up to perform, and it's funny because Joey's like, like he starts saying, and the audience or the talent scout like points to his watch, like sorry, I gotta be, wow. I got places to be, people to do, people to see.
I don't know if that guy. Yikes.
He's like, of all the nights of the year, Phyllis Diller picked tonight to be here. All pissed.
Man.
So he does a joke about.
Do you think Phyllis stayed around, or you think?
No, she had to leave.
Oh, she had to leave. Okay, you're right. Yeah, that's what you said.
And Joey does a joke about how your mom changes everything into a verb, and he says, "Oh, I'll cookie you."
Okay.
And he does another joke about something about building a date out of a chemistry set. I don't know. The jokes were the audience that was there was okay. They they liked it a little bit, but he was falling pretty flat. She took his thunder.
Oh man.
New scene. We're at the house the next day. Everyone goes down to Joey's room to check on him. So of course they all pile down there.
Right. The whole family.
Yep.
Besides Michelle. I'm assuming Michelle would not. She's still probably
she's probably awake in her room, just sitting up.
Waiting for somebody to grab her.
Please, somebody play with me. So anyways, Joey was in the bathroom, and they're all like, come out, Joey! Oh. And he comes out of the bathroom, and he is completely spiffy. Similar to how I look, only he has a suit coat. That's the only difference. His hair is slicked back, suit and tie.
He's looking good.
He does.
He looks better than you right now.
He does. But he says,
you just look like a creepy used car salesman right now.
I really do. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my look. It's not my style. But it's what we had to go with. So he says, "Good morning, all."
Good morning, all.
And they're all confused, and then Jesse like touches his hair because Joey turns around to do something, and Joey touches his hair, and he goes, "He's been moosing." And Joey says, and they say something like, "Hey, Joey, blah blah blah," and he goes, It's Joe. Call me Joe. It's more grown uppy." So that's where
you got it from.
He's more grown up.
Okay, we got it.
An obvious Joey joke, but
right.
you know. So last night, Joe had a revelation. His big break just isn't coming. He's going to venture into the business world and make real money.
Oh.
Which, of course, Danny seems concerned, but do you think in the back of his mind, he's like, thank God.
Finally.
Somebody else is going to get money going here.
We know that pest control business isn't working out that great. Can somebody get me money in this house?
Exactly. I got girls wearing fur coats. Oh, God, I need somebody else to afford. So, Joey's advice to DJ, because DJ shows her concern, and Joe's advice to DJ is, there comes a time in your life where you have to say, I tried and I failed. He says, luckily, I figured it out now instead of when I'm 46 years old. Joe is quitting comedy.
What is he going to do, though?
Thank God he's quitting comedy.
I mean,
it wasn't very good.
Cut it out.
He should have said that.
That would...
I'm going to
cut this out of my life.
So he goes to hang up a poster of Lee Iacocca on his door.
Okay. I have no clue who that is.
Me either.
Okay.
They all look concerned, and that scene ends. We move to a new scene, and it takes us to Uncle Jesse, Danny, and Michelle coming home.
I would have to say I feel like we should probably know who Leo Konoka is, because that is why he's like all business-like, right?
Right.
Okay, but screw it.
It's beyond our pay grade. So Uncle Jesse, Danny, and Michelle are coming home.
Oh, Michelle's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been looking for a daycare because once Joe finds a job, they need someone to watch her.
Jeez.
So I question it because Danny had asked these guys to come help raise his girls.
So they're freeloaders.
Yes. Now they are going to live. Joe is going to live in the basement that Danny just fixed up for him. Spent thousands of dollars to fix up this basement. And now Joe's going to go out and get a job and not watch his girls. I don't know. It seems odd, but anyways. Danny's favorite daycare that they've looked at is Piggly Wiggly's Fitness and Daycare Center.
Okay.
Specializing in toddler aerobics.
Oh, okay.
Is it just me, or does this seem like a daycare that Meg would have you take?
Yes, 100%. And I guess then I would be Joe in this instance and go get a job, so I don't have to go to this.
Yeah, you'd have to help take your son to the fitness center. Maybe do some Richard Simmons-esque.
Moving and grooving?
Yeah. But they get they get a complimentary sweatband from this daycare.
Oh.
So they put it on Michelle, and they do like a little Arnold Schwarzenegger baby.
Oh, God. I'll be back.
They turn on some music and try to get her to do a little workout. So Uncle Jesse and Danny are going, feel the burn, pump it, and groove it. Go, come on. And Michelle is just standing there. She's just a little toddler, not moving around. And Uncle Jesse gets like real close to her and goes, obviously you feel pretty secure about those chubby little legs of yours. So in comes Joe. He's back from his job hunt.
Oh.
He received 2 more job offers, apparently.
Hey, that's good.
A bank teller.
Okay.
And stockbroker trainee. He's not going to take either, though. And they ask why, and he says, the bank is up this crazy hill. You have to go up the hill and down the hill. It's not my style.
I get it.
uphill in both ways.
Well, probably in San Francisco, you're not driving too much to work, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe you're taking the trolley.
Or you're walking. So
right.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah. So then the stockbroker job served him instant coffee. Enough said.
Yeah.
He says he isn't settling on any jobs because he isn't going to make the same mistake as when he jumped into comedy. Comedy. So now Stephanie comes home and she says, "Hi, Dad. Hi, Uncle Jesse. Hello, Joe." And she asks him if he wants to watch Rocky and Bullwinkle. And he says, "I'm a businessman. I'm not into cartoons anymore." And then they're all worried about Joe. Uncle Jesse says, "Joey always has worried me."
Me too.
Yeah.
So we're all sad about Joe.
Yeah.
Because he's like trying to actually potentially make like a living for himself.
Yeah, that's why we're concerned about it.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got that right.
You're clear.
Okay.
We're clear on that. Now new scene, Uncle Jesse's room. Back in Uncle Jesse's room, and he is teaching Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do on guitar to DJ.
Okay.
She complains how hard it is, and Uncle Jesse starts to tell her a story of a boy who heard an Elvis Presley record. The boy was so inspired and traded his bike for a guitar.
Wow.
He practiced day and night, and day. One magical day, the music surged through his body into his fingertips, and he could do this. And then he strums a little ditty. He goes, "That boy was me." And DJ's like staring.
I love him.
She's not surprised at all. And he says, "So what do you think?" And she says, "I think I'll take my guitar down to the pawn shop and get myself a bike." I love that.
Absolutely.
All right, so after she says that, she says, "She won't be a bracelet. She quits." And she says, "You know what?"
So there's only one bracelet. It's
Right.
not a bracelets anymore. It's bracelet.
Maybe there were more people and they just couldn't be at the rehearsal.
At the rehearsal? Okay, yeah.
The rehearsal before the rehearsal. So she says she quits, and she says to Uncle Jesse, "You know what? I tried and I failed. I'm just glad I figured it out now rather than when I'm 46 years old." Oh, where have I heard that?
Wow, that's a
before?
burn.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse then yells for Danny, because I believe at this point DJ stormed out, because that's her.
Yeah.
Her forte is
Her
storm
being
out.
pouty.
Yep.
Ain't good at anything.
Uncle Jesse yells for Danny, and he knows that this is Joey's fault. Uncle Jesse says, "We need an idea to get Joey back into comedy." Danny says, "What made him have such a sudden urge to help Joey?" And Uncle Jesse says, "He's our friend, and I hate that moosey hair of his." So now we're back at the comedy club. Why are we back at the comedy? Danny, Uncle Jesse, and Joe are there.
So we have no clue who's watching DJ, Stephanie, and Michelle.
No.
This time it doesn't matter.
It might be. Yeah, earlier we had to hear that it was Grandma. It's probably Grandma Irene again.
Okay. Or we're just like, screw it.
Yeah, maybe Eddie came over. Maybe Eddie's watching.
Yeah.
Maybe later we'll find out there was a party here at the Tanner's house.
We had Eddie come with us just to babysit.
Right. Yeah. We brought him from Chicago over to San Francisco to watch the girls. So Uncle Jesse says he's glad they came to watch him try out his new tunes. So they're at the comedy club I don't know if I wrote it down. It says it's amateur night.
Okay.
So they have musicians, they have
It's amateur night,
else.
huh?
Everything but mimes, he says some joke. I didn't write it down, but that's the gist of it. Anyways, Joe looks around. Joe looks around the place. He goes, "This place has barely changed
Since last night."
No, but it's 3 days ago.
Okay.
So but still, the place has barely changed.
So if you're thinking like comedy night, when he went to the comedy night, it was probably Saturday, right?
Yeah, I would guess.
So now it's like a Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday amateur night.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah, okay, I guess you're right.
Amateurs don't get the good slots.
Yeah. No, you're
right.
right.
The weird nights of the week. Next up is Jesse Cochran. He comes up but says, change of plans. He wants to begin his career as a stand-up comedian.
Oh, wait, so you're telling me everybody in the audience knows that he's this magical musician?
I don't know.
Musician?
Musician,
not a
magician.
Magician and musician combined is a musician.
He performs an act while he performs an act. I don't know. He makes hot chicks appear when he plays his guitar.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Maybe that's a new career for somebody. A magician.
Musician.
Wow. I think I might have came up with something.
You're onto something here. So Jesse tries some of the jokes that Joey did earlier, but instead of he does the Wilbur, which Jesse wasn't even in the room when Joey did that joke. Yeah. So did Joey do that joke a lot? Or?
I'm guessing so. He probably practiced on everybody in the house to
warm up.
Ugh.
He says, instead of telling the joke right, he says, it's Mr. Ed Moose instead of Ed Meese. And Joe is outraged. It's Ed Meese, you knucklehead, or whatever he says. The next joke, he says, Uncle Jesse says, why is it when you have a pretty date and you say, hey, thank you, man, I got a chemistry set, because he tried to do the chemistry joke or whatever, and they butchered it, and Joe was even more outraged. You Yahoo bird! I just love there. Because in real life, you would say, what the hell, you dumbass?
Yeah. Get off the stage, you idiot.
Yeah. I would say, you Yahoo bird. So he does a couple other jokes that he butchers of Joey's earlier jokes, like, and then I love Uncle Jesse's, hey, Mom. It's mother. It's hey mother, your mom. It's
so he's just screwing up all around.
Oh, yeah. And then Joe says, "This is comedy murder." Uncle Jesse says, "You think you can do any better?" And Joe ends up grabbing the mic, and he starts to do his routine to fix what Uncle Jesse ruined. And then he stops and says, I fell right into your little trap, didn't I? And then Uncle Jesse grabs the mic leans into the mic and he goes, the comedy stylings of Mr. Joseph Gladstone. He's too comfortable up there, but now...
He's better than the guy that actually owns the place.
He is. Now Joey goes up and does some of his act. He does some flailing his arms for some joke about your mom chasing after you. If your mom, I can't remember the joke, but he's like flailing on. I don't know. It's really stupid. Oh gosh. And everyone.
I'm not shocked, by the way.
Right. Everyone in the audience. Oh, they are cracking up. And he does great. He does an Elmer Fudd impression.
How does that go?
I can't.
I don't even know what Elmer Fudd sounds like.
I think we've already failed at figuring out what Elmer Fudd impressions are, but more impressions. Just
you dumb rabbit, you are.
All right. So new scene. We're in the kitchen with the guys having maybe coffee, tea.
So this is after the comedy show.
Yep,
then. Okay.
Clearly. So they have coffee mugs.
Okay.
Is it coffee, tea, or
liquor?
I mean, why wouldn't you? Come on, you were just at a comedy club. Probably
why don't you keep
drinks there.
Good times flowing.
Yeah. What are you doing? Putting alcohol followed by caffeine?
Maybe some coffee and Baileys. You never know, Kenny.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. Actually, we should have a more sophisticated TGIF Renegades night
than just cheap beer.
Yeah. We have some Baileys and coffee.
Maybe next week.
Maybe we do a morning episode.
A morning Friday episode, huh?
Sounds good. So Joey thanks the guys for for doing that. And he says this is where he belongs,
Right.
on stage. Uncle Jesse tells him he could still take a job to make some money, but still focus on comedy. Uncle Jesse's like, dude, don't go all out and get a job, but do like me, get a part-time job.
Yeah, right.
And then mostly focus on it, because we got a free ride with Danny here.
I mean, honestly, though, right. That is true. I mean, at least get some kind of job.
It sounds like you have this down pat. Get a part-time job.
Yeah.
Get a part-time job, sort of take care of kids, but mostly rely on someone else's income.
Yeah, right?
Sounds good.
Stay home dad life.
Sounds right. Then Joey says he'll try to get a job that he can do at home so he can still watch the girls and make some bucks.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Probably a babysitting type job, daycare type job. And he says, tonight was my night. Everything worked out great and we all lived happily ever after. And he starts walking away and Uncle Jesse stops him, and not for a hug, like Joey thinks, because he kind of stops him and Joey's arms out for a hug.
Love their hugging.
And he stops him to tell him that DJ quit playing guitar because of what Joey said earlier. And Joey's like, okay. So he goes up to talk to her. After a weird being convinced by the guys to go up and talk to her. They love their awkward, convincing thing.
So, obviously at this point in time, who knows who the hell was watching the kids?
Right. Yeah, they didn't pay any babysitters.
Probably 1 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Obviously, those three have been boozing all night. Go wake up DJ right now. I'm going to go wake her up right now and tell her that she's not a failure in life.
This can't wait till the morning.
No. I'm going to go whisper in this girl's ear with my alcoholic breath and be like, hey DJ, don't give up that guitar lesson Uncle Jesse's teaching you. Just keep going.
I'm your Venus.
I'm your fire. Okay.
So, Joey goes up to the girls' room, and DJ is under the sheets. Her feet are where her head should be, and there's clearly a bump where her...
So she's opposite right now.
Yep.
Okay.
She is under the sheets watching David Letterman.
Oh, wait.
So...
Hold on.
So she says it, I didn't write it down, she had watched Johnny Carson already, and Letterman is on. So it is
She has a TV?
She has a little mini TV.
Wow,
tiny ones. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's, if you're thinking night shows, late show and the late show or whatever, it's got to be closing in on 1 in the morning. It's 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Because those start at 11, right? Something at 11 until midnight to 1. So it's probably 12:30 or something.
I don't think comedy shows close that early, but
right.
Okay.
Well, maybe they did their act and then bolted.
Okay.
But Joey tells her he was back up on stage and did his stand-up and was great. He tells her he was looking for the easy way out by quitting. She's on to what he's talking about, and she says, I guess Uncle Jesse told you I quit guitar. Now, cue up the...
Guys!
Sentimental music starts up, and Joey says he can skip the tortoise and the hare story because she's on to him.
Okay.
And she says does the
tortoise and the hare go slow and steady at something or go full speed?
Yeah.
So Joey has gone full speed in comedy.
Yeah.
That he's terrible at.
And he should have went slow and steady. I don't know.
That he didn't do at all. And he still hasn't done this weak revelation of being sophisticated, but no, that's not me. So he's saying that the hare is the way to go.
Yeah. But
so I guess he is right. I'm not going to give you the hare and the tortoise story.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Anyways, she says she didn't quit because of Joey. She quit because she stinks.
Yeah.
And he says she quit too early. She might be good, but she won't ever know if she doesn't try. Ooh, take it slow. Sometimes you don't learn guitar overnight. Sometimes it takes a little bit. I mean, some of us, like myself, become a great guitarist.
Takes fucking 5 years.
But,
and a lot of candles.
But for me, it didn't. It took seconds.
I'm still picturing you and your father-in-law
cuddled up.
Like your father-in-law's arms around you.
With like the red quilted blanket and a picnic basket in the background. Yeah, that's what it was like for a while. Until I got it down. That's why I got the hang of it so quick. Hey, I gotta be done with these lessons. Like, anyways, we're in the middle of sentimental music.
Sorry, guys.
We don't pay these guys to hear this.
Their lips are getting chapped.
Yeah. So he had told her that if she might be good, but she won't ever know if she doesn't try.
Yeah, it's true.
And Stephanie wakes up and says, "He's right, DJ." Anyways, Joey says she put the bracelets together, and it's not her style to quit. The DJ he knows wouldn't give up for the easy way out. He kisses her goodnight and then says goodnight, and Stephanie says, "Goodnight, Joe." And he says, "Call me Joey." And she says, "Really?" And then he goes, and he puts the hands up to the old noggin and
don't
says,
do it.
"That is correct, my darling."
Oh.
The old Bullwinkle voice.
We were so good without Joey.
Yeah, oh yeah. Joe was much better. Now they smile and say, "He's back." And DJ then picks up her guitar and tries to play it. And it's like, "Brrr." And Stephanie says, "Very nice, DJ. Very nice." And DJ keeps playing. And Stephanie holds a pillow to her ears as she lays down as the credits start to run. So the end of the episode, we got good old Joey back. And
I wish we didn't, but
right, with that that segues into what's on the mind of Alex now that we got Joey back.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things. Why? I don't understand how Joey is this like it just ruined his whole life.
That Phyllis Stiller came up on stage.
Honestly, this is just Joey wanting attention.
Yeah.
That's all it was. This whole episode was just about Joey wanting attention he wanted his family to, like, because he brings nothing to the table in this family,
exactly.
Right? So now he's like, "Oh, wait, but my comedy, like, that makes everybody happy in life." Like,
and if you remember, just a couple episodes ago, Joey's Place. Yeah. Same sort of scenario. Right. Not totally, but
he's just a crybaby.
I don't have any privacy. Yeah. I need my own room.
This whole family is about Joey.
Yeah.
Nobody else but Joey. Nobody matters. He didn't give two shits about DJ sucking on that guitar before. But then once he became good at being a comedian, now we're like, "Oh, well, I'll go talk to DJ and tell her how amazing I am at being a comedian." Right?
Yeah.
But before that, screw DJ and her guitar and her bracelet crap. Joey's an asshole. That's what's on my mind.
Joey's an asshole. Joe is good.
A great guy. That's how it should have been.
We need more of Joe in our life.
Absolutely.
And so, Full House trivia. Got a couple things. Nothing really good. I'll spare you guys. If you want to skip ahead, go for it.
Yeah.
Joey's joke in the beginning about Mr. Ed Meese refers to the WedTech scandal, which involved government contracts. This makes no sense to me. I don't pay attention to any of this, but if anyone gives a shit, here we go. Edwin Meese was Attorney General of the United States at the time and was charged with complicity in the scandal. He would later resign in August 1988. Mind you, this episode was February 1988. So this dude resigned in August.
So this is pretty fresh.
Yep. 6 months after this episode aired. Several people Meese was connected to ended up going to prison, as Joey's Jokes refers to. So it's just
wow. That's if you think about this, so this episode was filmed between 6 months before airing on TV.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah. So
usually, I thought they nowadays it's like a year, and then they let them out. Right? Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
maybe. I don't know.
And this must be another way for like a family episode to get parents like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an Edwin Weaves joke.
Right. Yep, exactly. So.
Edwin Weaves.
Anyways, the title is "But Seriously, Folks."
Yeah. Folks.
God dang.
You'll never get it.
The title is a line often used by Bob Hope in his monologues and by other comedians.
Yep. I'm a big Bob Hope fan, so.
Are you?
Yeah, actually I am. I love Bob Hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then Phyllis Diller, who we mentioned, her breakthrough in comedy came in 1955 at the age of 37, which is how old I am.
Yeah.
I'm 37, so there's still a chance for me to be a comedian. But with her debut at San Francisco's Purple Onion Club.
Okay.
So they're in San Francisco.
Yeah.
She debuted at the age of 37 in San Francisco. So that makes it not that weird that she was at this comedy club. First of all. But then her career was launched with a appearance on Jack Parr's show. I've heard of Jack Parr. I don't really know anything about him. But she later got a major boost from Bob Hope, who saw her in Washington, D.C. in a club. And she went on to appear in 3 of Bob Hope's movies and 23 of his television specials.
Okay.
So I thought it was funny because the title is But Seriously, Folks, which is a Bob Hope sort of thing. Yeah. And then Phyllis Diller was in the episode, which she was a big thing with
Guess
Bob
I'm
Hope.
not that big of a Bob Hope fan.
You didn't connect all those dots?
No, I didn't. Jeez.
This is the first celebrity.
Yeah, you're right.
Like real celebrity.
Yep.
On either show, am I right?
Yep. I am pretty positive.
So, like...
At the era of the time.
Right.
Big, yeah.
Right, yeah. But the next episode of Full House is Danny's very first date. Now,
okay,
maybe I'll save it for next week. However, did we forget about what's her name, Caroline? I mean, I know that wasn't a date, but it was like they essentially went on a date.
They went on a date. She was at his house the next morning.
Yeah. We questioned what happened that night between them. And
this is an official date. That was a one-night stand.
That's true. Ooh, okay. So Danny's very first date is the next episode. And, okay, so real quick, the Where Are They Now segment.
Yeah.
Going with Randy Jocelyn, the actor who portrayed Rodney.
Oh, yeah, Rodney! What's he doing? What's he doing?
Okay, so I figured we'd get this out of the way now. You kind of mentioned it earlier. I don't know how much longer we have Rodney, so I thought I'd do a Where Are They Now on Rodney now while we have the chance. And, okay, so it appears that Randy, or Rodney. I'll just say Rodney.
Just say Rodney.
Randy and Rodney are too close.
Yeah,
I'm just going with Rodney. Rodney quit acting in 1999.
What the hell did he do?
Yeah, so his last appearance on film on a show or a movie was on the show Undressed on MTV. Do you remember Undressed?
No, not really.
Dude, it was like, I don't remember it fully. I didn't watch much of it, but I felt like it was like softcore porn on MTV. Like, there were some pretty edgy
makes
scenes,
sense.
and I remember like
it's getting
a little worked up on that. So, anyways,
anything else? Nothing else notable? That he did?
So what's great with Rodney is after his time on Family Matters,
what isn't great with Rodney, by the way, but
he had guest appearances on a bunch of great '90s shows.
I thought he did.
He had a guest spot on Punky Brewster.
Yep,
that was before Family Matters.
Yep,
so he's a little younger then. He also was on Full House. He was Ryan in an episode 4, or an episode in season 4, where DJ sneaks out to meet a boy who is Rodney. For Rodney. But he was on Blossom.
Okay.
Just episodes. A Blossom
Was he
episode.
a party? I bet he was a party boy on there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Of course, party boy again.
Sister.
Party boy.
And Seventh Heaven.
Party boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of them. I'm
Probably
sure.
the troublemaking party boy.
Yeah. He was just like he's that cool like what like California surfer
slick back blonde hair. Oh, total 90s.
Yeah.
Hunk, not hunk.
He should have been.
Yeah, right. And so then he was also in a movie titled Fever Lake. I don't know nothing about Fever Lake, but it starred Mario Lopez,
wow,
AC Slater,
yeah,
and Corey Haim, who was the other Corey there was Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Yep.
He was in a movie with that. So that was it. And then in Googling, Randy Jocelyn, it appears now, as far as I can tell, unless this was a different Randy Jocelyn, it looked like it could be Rodney at about the age of 40-something. And it looks like he's kind of a businessman.
Oof.
Like a not a CEO, but he runs businesses and stuff.
Wow.
So even though he's
a normal guy now, huh?
Yeah, he hasn't been an actor since '99. He gave us some great Family Matters moments, and more to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's kind of made me feel sad now about Rodney.
That's back to back. Where are they now? That we're sad.
Yeah,
Bob Saget.
Rodney.
The news on him is he's dead.
Yeah.
And now Rodney, the news on him is he quit acting about 20-something years ago. And
mowing his lawn, taking care of his kids. Is he married? I don't know.
It looked like he was.
He's married with kids, mowing his lawn.
Yep.
Waking up in the morning, going to work.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Doing the old 9 to 5.
Oh.
Pulling a Joe.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, actually now I'm hearing some lullabies going on.
Is there a twinkle in the star? Is the moon half full with the cow wandering right over it, flying over it? Because it's now bedtime story.
So, you asked me what I'm thinking about for bedtime stories.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go back to the Family Matters episode.
Okay, Family Matters.
Yep. And
big party?
It's a big party. But there's a little bit of a roast that we heard about, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? So, if you remember, there was a roast in Family Matters, obviously. So, I want to go to my wedding and a best man speech of my wedding.
Okay.
You
had co-best men, right?
I had co-best men.
Yeah.
You and our buddy.
Yeah.
Were a part of it. And I'm gonna say both were unique.
Right.
Even yours was unique.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll bring that up eventually down the road.
Right. Okay.
But we're gonna stay with this one, and you would think it would just be like great stories.
Alex is a great guy. You and Meg are perfect together, and
it's beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. You guys are beautiful together.
Oh, the perfect couple.
So it ended up being, he just starts laying in. He's like, all right, well, one time Alex was drunk, and he did this and that.
I can't even remember what all he said.
Another time we were at a bar, and Alex was hammered drunk, and it was crazy. And then, I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think about.
I know.
There
were at least three to four stories where you were drunk, passed out,
right,
or drunk and then passed out.
And then, so he goes to the third story, about to tell the third story, and you just hear somebody in the audience go, "Is this a roast or a toast?" And everybody else in the audience is going, "Oh," and the audience at the wedding is going, "Oh, make him stop." And he just kept going with all these like stories how I was drunk and all this. It was great.
It was great in front of your in-laws and
my pastors.
Yeah, pastors and grandparents-in-law.
I mean, you can't. I mean, that is what people remember my wedding for.
Right.
Is that roast that he gave.
Now, did your in-laws and everyone, like, was anyone surprised, or was it...
Nobody was surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe the pastors were surprised, but was anybody truly...
Right. You were probably already half-hammered by the time that speech was going.
Would believe I was probably half-hammered. So, yeah.
All right.
But that's it. That's the end of the Bedtime Stories.
Oh, gosh. All right. So thank you for tuning into another episode of TGIF Renegades.
Coming at ya!
We are happy again that you gave us a listen. Please join us every Friday for a new episode of our show. And if you need to keep up with the shows while we are, you don't have to go out and get your own DVD set and
like I did.
All that. You can
cancel me on Hulu. I can't even watch it.
Yeah, I changed my password, so that's. But if you go on Hulu,
I gotta make money.
Gotta get a real job like Joe.
Geez.
If you want to watch episodes of Family Matters and Full House, they are on Hulu, all seasons, all episodes. If you want to catch us on social media,
right,
we are and running with
on Facebook, Instagram. Look up TGIF Renegades,
and then also you can find out more about us if you go to tgifrenegades.com. It brings you to you can get to our Instagram, our Facebook, anywhere you want to listen to us.
You'll find us.
You'll find, yeah. Or if not, we'll find
you. And like we always say,
thank
God
it's
Friday! Hey, Kenny, grab me another beer.